we did a spin to win overlay with some simple offers on it. This spin to win feature literally nearly doubled our conversion rate across the entire website.
Welcome to the Mastering Ecommerce Marketing podcast. I'm your host, Eitan Koter, co-CEO of Vimy. In an era of rising acquisition costs and increased competition, this podcast is dedicated to helping you drive sales, engage customers, and build meaningful communities so you can turn passive visitors into active buyers. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on future content. Now let's get started with the episode. Hello, e-commerce fans. Welcome to another episode of Mastering Ecommerce Marketing. I'm meeting Max DesMarais today. Max runs the digital marketing strategy and paid advertising departments at Vital Design, and is a seasoned digital marketing expert with a strong background in driving online growth and brand visibility. With a strategic approach to SEO, content marketing, and data analytics, Max has consistently delivered impactful campaigns tailored to great clients out there. Max, how are you? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me.
Where are you based right now, Max?
Right now, based out of Salt Lake City, Utah.
How is it? I see it's a sunny day for you out there.
It is. Been skiing a lot this winter so far, but we're in a really weird time. It's something like 60 degrees out in the mellow winter right now, which is unusual.
Unusual, yeah. So you ski as well?
Yes, a lot of backcountry skiing for me after work,
Wow.
of course.
Yes, for sure. It's great for work-life balance, right? It's one of these things that's so important these days. Great. So, Max, let's start with some of the e-commerce essentials. What are the top, let's say, lists, your top 3 list of non-negotiable features every e-commerce website must have in order to maximize conversions and growth?
Yeah, it's a great question. So, I think first for me is the having a chat or phone call as a conversion offer, or both potentially. Not only is it a great conversion tool, especially for higher ticket e-commerce style products, but it's also just a trust building element. To see that you can chat with someone or speak with someone right away adds a ton of trust. We see it boost conversion rates, even if it's not heavily used all the time.
Mm-hmm. These are like AI bots, or it's real people? Because I think the US audience are starting to get used to AI bots, at least on the first initial steps, right? While they're
Yeah, I think ideally it's a real person, but we understand that that's not always possible. So it's okay to add a AI chatbot in there if you need to. And also it's just a great way to learn a whole bunch of lessons about the website visitors that you do have. They end up asking questions that come up repeatedly across various visitors, and you can take those questions and turn that into insights to improve your product pages or your conversion pages or things like that.
Mm-hmm. Great. So what's next on the list?
Next on the list is social validation. This can be done in lots of different ways, but you got to have reviews on your products. Ideally, you have reviews that are attached to videos or photographic assets. Adds a ton of trust to your website visitors and massively boosts conversion rates whenever we have high quality reviews on the site. All you got to do is look at Amazon or any major online retailer to see how important these reviews are.
Yeah. Well, what about, brands that just get started, or it's a new product launch?
Yeah.
Don't have enough reviews. What do you do?
Use your friends and family to get reviews and give away free product to those that think will love it and will promote it, and leverage that from an influencer-based strategy, as well as, using as a way to capture high quality reviews. It's a great way, easy way to get started for most organizations.
Great. So chat and phone, social proof. What else?
Yep. Last one I have on the list is video. So particularly highlighting your product features and who it's best for. It's gone a long way for multiple reasons for our clients, and by improving conversion rates substantially, improving engagement on a page, keeps people on that page much longer, and also helps us improve from an SEO perspective. Just it helps on every single level by, reducing bounce rates, increasing engaged session times, adding trust element to this particular page. And it's now essential. It's table stakes to have video-based content on your product pages and other pages of your site.
Yes, video is such, introducing more psychological layers into the experience. It's more emotional type of experience, more immersive, right? It's create that brand loyalty and connection. definitely if those videos are created by, even the founder themselves, the founder himself, the leading executive team, the employees, and then follow on, with influencers and content creators, definitely, video is so much powerful. So, Mark, can you share a surprising insight or some kind of a tactic that significantly improved conversion rates for your e-commerce clients? I'm always interested in these kind of real life stories. Helps a lot, for our listeners.
Yeah, we had a recent huge win for one of our clients that was a surprise to me and the other strategists at our organization. So you might be familiar with aggregate sites listing top products. In particular, some of the big players in the space like U.S. News and World Report, Forbes, Wirecutter, those types of organizations. We had one of our clients not have one of these spots for many years. And then this past year before the holidays landed one of the top spots on one of those top websites. And it was incredible to see not just the traffic generated and the leads generated from that particular article leading directly to e-commerce sales is an incredibly large spike, but we also saw substantial improvements in branded search volume. We also saw substantial improvements in direct traffic generated to the site, not even to that exact product page. And we saw increases in conversion rates because of that trust element of this other website is willing to link to this e-commerce retailer and talk about their product.
Wow.
So it was incredibly surprising how important a top listing on one of those large aggregate sites was for one of our clients. We'll be writing a case study on it in the near future because it was so impactful.
Amazing. So your customer that was the task, just get listed on these aggregated sites. That was the purpose of the project?
Yeah, it was definitely a major one of our primary purposes, and we found that it becomes easier to do so if you have an affiliate program created, because a lot of these organizations don't just want your sponsored placement; they want a piece of it on the back end as well.
Sure.
And we were seeing they were listing products that shouldn't be listed on that just because they had an affiliate program that wasn't easy for them to get their hands on. And
sorry, go ahead.
Well, you're good.
So what were the steps that you took just to position, that company in those sites?
Yeah. So we've done a lot of approaches for this in the past, emailing the editors, picking up the phone and trying to call them, literally doing our best to get in front of them. And most of those failed. In this particular case, what happened is they actually reached out to us after many times reaching out to them in the past years, which is really unusual. So just being there, constantly doing that, I'd like to think that the years past of us trying to get there helped us get there this year.
Interesting. It sounds similar to probably working for a backlinks, right? Which is just doing this active outreach and fighting right for a spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
I have a win that was really surprising for our clients as well. So a similar client, we launched a spin to win exit overlay, if you're familiar. Mm-hmm. So this client previously they have a high ticket e-commerce product, meaning most of their products are over $1,000. So pretty substantial online purchase for people to make. Their average order value is around $4,000. We were doing a lot of consultation, form submissions, chats, speak to a specialist, those types of lead generation tactics. For this particular client, we did a spin to win overlay with some simple offers on it, like white glove delivery, 10% off, and some other offers. And this spin to win feature literally nearly doubled our conversion rate across the entire website, because almost every visitor wanted to click this spin to win and generated both their email and SMS phone number so that we could do both email and text marketing associated with that. And the gamification of that conversion offering was impressive to me. And it's something that we're rolling out across a lot of clients. You just have to get good conversion offering there, in the right place, and can do really well. I would A/B test it against your other conversion offers.
Oh, really, really interesting. Usually these type of projects are coming from companies, from your clients with a specific task. Hey, this is what I want to do. Or is it just, introducing a challenge or a problem, and maybe, the conversion rate is down, or some of the lead gen activities need to be improved? Or how do you usually how the process works usually when you're introducing or onboarding new clients?
Yeah, for us, it's generally all this strategy and the forward thinking comes from we have a strategy department that builds strategies for our clients. We build calendars generally in kind of 3-month sprints. So here's all the projects that we're going to tackle over the next 3 months to drive up your traffic, your leads, your conversion rates, your hopeful return on investment. And in this process, we pitch projects to our clients. And this is one of those that we were like, we see a lot of people do this, but we've only done this a few times for clients. Let's try it for you. They agreed. We implemented and saw huge results. So we try to proactively come to our clients with these interesting ideas.
Great. So this is just sounds like the future of commerce, right? Gamifications of things.
Gamification is huge, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely for CLO. That's a mastery we all need to learn. Great, Max. I want to talk to you about organic content and SEO. Right? You've been doing this for quite a while. There are so many things that are changing in the algorithms and the way Google and is managing these type of processes. Give us an update of what's happening.
Yeah, so I think you'll hear for the 8,000th time, if you're in SEO, that SEO is dead. AI overviews are taking over. And while it is true, we see it across our clients and we'll do the studies across almost every industry, AI overviews are eating click-through rates on search engine result pages pretty substantially, to the tune of 10 to 50+% in some cases. Meaning your blog post that had the ability 24 months ago to get 2,000 visits per month might only have the ability to get 750 visits per month moving forward. You need to keep that in mind with your content marketing strategy, knowing that these AI overviews are probably going to continue to exist and continue to eat up click-through rate on certain search engine result pages, particularly with long string queries or questions or things like that. However, the other side of it is that every single year, always for the last decade or something like that with Google, there's been more organic clicks than there were the year prior. So even in today's landscape where there's more AI overviews eating clicks, there's still huge opportunities from an organic perspective. So that tells us that there's still an opportunity from the SEO side of things to have success, to drive traffic, to drive leads, to drive a positive return on investment through organic activities. It just means that it might be a little bit harder and you need to change your strategy to have success. And for us, I wish I could say there was a silver bullet, but there almost never is. It's a grind. SEO is often a grind. You have to consistently produce content. You have to consistently produce content that's extremely good, that's targeting keywords, but also is super valuable to the user such that they leave your content thinking, wow, that was super helpful. And if you're not doing that, you're probably not going to win that organic listing anymore, especially in today's competitive SEO marketplace where anyone can generate that topic with AI and edit it pretty quickly.
Yeah. So if I hear you correctly, what you're saying is that just this sheer amount of content that has been generated just increases competition and make things more difficult, right? Correct? So yeah. But on the other hand,
just to create good content and also to find the competitive gaps wherever you can to get ahead of other people searching in a particular space. So if you can find those opportunities before that keyword has 10,000 searches per month, if you can find it when it has 50 and write that content, you've got a lot of runway before your competition starts getting in there. And maybe that runway can keep you at the top even when that competition does get in.
Yeah, so the process of keyword research and everything, this is changing as well, right? And the idea is to create really meaningful content that converts. And so all the content processes probably needs to be updated and changed, and it needs to have this wow effect, right? Now, you cannot hit, wow effect. You cannot do wow effect content like, every week. It's something that you might find, in a matter of probably a few weeks or even a few months. But your recommendation is what? To continue with this process, maybe increasing the throughput, or just focus more on quality, less on quantity? Or what about also the length, of content? What are your thoughts?
I think it just depends. I wish I could give a straight answer, but the classic digital marketer answer is it depends upon your unique marketplace and the competitive landscape of your industry. There's some industries where the digital marketing is still lacking, the sophisticated digital marketing strategies. I mean, you can get away with the I'm going to write a high quality blog post once a week and get a lot of results. There's other spaces that are so saturated where you have to start thinking ahead of other competitors. And you also have to very much be thinking about SEO as not just a Google or search play, but SEO as hey, the way people are searching here is primarily not done on Google here. In this particular case, now this is a TikTok search or a YouTube search, or maybe even an Amazon search. And you need to be thinking about, how do I make sure that my content is best suited to get in front of these people? And sometimes instead of the blog post that it was 2 years ago, this needs to be a short form video for all of these platforms so that you can rank organically there. So SEO is also not just a Google game anymore. It's a multi-platform approach.
Yes. And also it's not just a written media type of content. It's also, we talked about video before. The video SEO is a rising, channel, and it's very, very powerful, in these days, because all the social channels are, the algorithm favorites, video, because it gives just users more time on their platform, and definitely video is very, very important. And I want to talk to you about storytelling and content. What are some of the common mistakes brands do when crafting product description or writing content?
Yeah, I think this is done, I feel like, pretty well for the most part now, but we still see common mistakes around just missing key empathy points across product pages or across the website as a whole. Some simple empathy points that almost everyone thinks about is, how long is it going to take to get to me? What are the return policies? What's your warranty policy? Getting in front of these key empathy points is essential for conversion rates. And if you're missing out on them, people question whether you're the right retailer or organization to go with. And we see this constantly, even to this day. The other really common thing that happens, this is a B2B thing, but it applies to e-commerce as well, is like, what happens next? When I take this action, when I fill out this form, what exactly is going to happen? Am I going to get an email? Someone to pick up the phone and call me? How long is this going to take? Addressing the what's next question has been hugely impactful for our, writing of conversion pages, both, B2B conversion pages or B2C conversion pages, or even product pages.
Yeah. Love the empathy, factor. So how can brands know what's painful right now for their customers?
Yeah, that's a great question too. There's obviously the intuitiveness. You try to put yourself in their shoes.
I know, right? Brainstorming. Let's brainstorm about it. Yeah.
But that's also not the only thing you can do. You can run polls to your target audience. You can leverage, if you already have website traffic, you can leverage your own traffic to do polls, or your own email list to do polls. You can run ads to learn about your audience. You can leverage an outside firm to learn. There's a bunch of different ways that you can go about learning about your target audience. For us, a key thing is phone calls and chats. We talked about this earlier. Yeah. You click chat on your website and you put a phone call conversion on your website, and you record those phone calls and you take a look at those chats on a monthly basis or a weekly basis. You learn a lot about the problems that your potential clients are having through those tools.
Let's talk about now about the other side of the coin, about paid media. Probably there, as you said, there are no playbooks out there, but from your experience, how can brands maximize ROI these days with paid media?
Yeah, we're entering a more pay-to-play space than it has been in a while. We talked about the shifts on the organic side of things, and I think that's leading to it being a bit more essential for organizations to leverage paid media. That also means it is even more competitive than it was. It's also becoming more platform focused than it ever was. You have all these different platforms to choose from, and it's really important to understand where your target audience is, and probably even more importantly than where they are is, how can I get in front of that exact right target audience? So leveraging the right channels at the right time is definitely key here. And I think the other thing that happens a lot is, and I think this goes to like a common misconception, is that you're going to be able to turn on paid, you're going to get results immediately and get a positive return on investment in the first 30 days or 60 days. And we're entering a time where you need to be ready to turn on your paid advertising campaigns, whether it's paid search, whether it's TikTok ads or other social ads. And you need to take some time to learn from those ads. What is resonating well? What isn't resonating well? What's converting? What's not converting? and optimize those consistently and be testing new conversion offers, new audiences, new ads repeatedly till you get to higher conversion rates. What we're finding is 60 to 90 days in a competitive space to get to a positive return on investment is pretty quick and hard to get to. So if you want to be prepared and build in some runway to say, I know that I'm going to be testing really hard over the next 120 plus days to get to a positive return on investment. And I need to build in that runway on a paid advertising budget perspective to be able to learn and get there.
Yeah, and you need to be agile and flexible. I mean, there's a lot of tests involved, right? I mean, throughout these 120 days, so many iterations just to make sure you're in the right, the right path for success. And I think it's very important also to discuss about this holistic marketing approach or omnichannel strategy, right? How do you, because every one of those channels is like a different community, right? You have the YouTube community, the Amazon, the Walmart, even definitely Facebook, Instagram, Meta. What are your thoughts around creating those omnichannel strategies about those type of seamless customer journeys?
Yeah, so there's a lot. This is all, you could do a whole podcast on this particular topic, but for us, one of the common things is leveraging our organic results to drive paid advertising results on the back end.
Yeah.
One common way to do this, and you'll hear this isn't news for anyone, but leverage the content that's doing well to drive either organic traffic or visitors on your social channels for remarketing pools and generation. So it's common for us to create blog posts that target early stage keywords, meaning this person isn't ready to buy right now, but it indicates that they're in our target audience and they're probably going to need or want our product in the near future.
Wow.
Leveraging organic content to drive that traffic to your website and remarketing to those people with specific messages that resonates well has been crucial to getting people back to the website and converting those into maybe another mid-funnel lead or maybe into an actual purchase. And then the social media side of this is the same. Organic content that performs well and drives video views or traffic to the website. We want to remarket those people. And it's a common paid media strategy as well, which is find a video that resonates really well with your target audience, blast that out because you can get lower cost per views by a substantial margin than, your product description video. People show interest in that. Interest meaning they engaged with the social media post or they watched at least 75% of your video. Suddenly you've got an engaged person that you can then remarket to. So leveraging these up funnel tactics from an organic perspective and bringing them back to your website via remarketing and paid digital efforts goes a long way at driving more traffic, driving more leads, and increasing that return on investment.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So you talk about leveraging both organic and paid content. You have to take it to the next level, try to see what's working and what's not, and just focus on that to maximize return on ad spend or effectiveness of content strategy.
Yeah, it works in reverse too. So like a common thing that we do is, and our clients do, and also across the digital advertising landscape, is running your paid digital efforts. So your paid social ads or your paid search ads can teach you a lot about how to get faster wins on the organic side of things. So the headlines that convert the best or that get the highest engagement on your meta ads, or your descriptions to get the highest, click-through rates, leverage that language to in your both landing page copy, but also in your organic SEO title and meta description, and find the highest click-through rates and highest engagement rates through your paid channels and leverage that content on your organic channels. And you'll kind of be able to jump ahead in that you've already tested this in front of a lot of people. And this gets a good click-through rate. And therefore, getting a better click-through rate on the organic search result is going to result in better rankings.
Interesting. Max, those tactics applies across industries, or they're like specific sectors that have like their own nuances?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything that we've talked about does apply across industries. I will say, like, across industries, it's so important to just understand your target audience. Try to figure out obviously the demographics as much as you can, and try to segment them as much as you can. So who are they? How old are they? What are their needs in life? What are their wants? What are the biggest challenges that they're encountering on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis? And leverage your content to help them solve those problems and challenges. Mm-hmm. And the more you can identify with your target audience, the better your ads are going to be, the better the organic content that you're going to produce is. And so it's just kind of a fascination with your target audiences, and testing which ones are going to convert the best is essential across every single industry.
We talked previously about data and the importance of data. And I mean, there is probably some point where you've been thinking, okay, where do I stop? I mean, what type of data is important? How do I create some priorities around data-driven decision-making? So what do you think are the most overlooked but powerful metric that e-commerce brands should be tracking today?
Yeah, I think I have two. So I think the first is like your target audience's timeline to purchase. And this is something we notice across every industry is way longer than you think. People might be thinking, oh, they're going to see my product page and purchase within the next 24 hours. Most likely not. That timeline can be so much longer. And when you realize that timeline on average is 35, 60, 90 days, it gets you thinking about, wow, I might need to produce a lot more content to bring people through that funnel. And the more I can do that, the more I can enhance my conversion rates. So one like overlooked metric, which is often also hard to understand, is that from first touch point to purchase, how long is that? And what are those touch points is really key. And what we find is sometimes those blog posts that we produce higher up in the funnel are months away from a purchase. And if it's a high value item, it can be many, many months away from the actual purchase. So paying attention to that whole journey is overlooked and hugely important as well.
And obviously there are challenges to attribute, right? And to measure those touch points. And there's a lot of technology that needs to be implemented. And speaking about technology, maybe this is the right time to talk about automation and AI. How do you see this evolving, right, in the industry? And where do you think we're going for the next few years?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone sees that we're evolving to a less attributable marketing space, and it's harder for us to actually understand that whole journey. There's a few ways that we try to get around this as an agency, which is let's try to figure out how to convert them on that first visit, not into a customer, but into some type of early stage lead that indicates intent. We talked about spin to win earlier. We talk about newsletters and ebooks and white papers and things like that are much higher up in the funnel. The more you can do that and convert people earlier in that funnel, the more data that you're going to be able to capture on them. Like, oh, this person came to our site 3 months ago, downloaded this ebook and didn't purchase till 3 months later. So I think we're going to see more necessity in those types of tactics to actually track attribution, but also just more importance in the entire buyer journey when we are doing that.
Got it. Max, you're also a proud founder of hikingandfishing.com, right?
I am. I actually just rebranded it all. Yeah, it's been an exciting journey. I rebranded from hikingandfishing.com only shortly ago to My Outdoor Base Camp, and it's been a fun journey.
Tell us about this your private project and what drove you to launch it and how is it going?
Yeah, it's been fun. So what drove me to launch it was me being a college student, trying to figure out digital marketing and wanting to go into the digital marketing space. I wanted to learn SEO, learn content marketing, learn conversion rate tactics so that I could actually get a job out of college, feeling that my marketing degree was falling behind the times of the digital marketing landscape. So a big reason for me to launch the website was to just teach myself digital marketing and try to find success there. Over time, I produced a lot of content, a lot of blog writing that resulted in organic traffic growth over time. And it led to me creating a small business that did a whole bunch of different things and this passion project that I love working on at nights.
Amazing. So Max, how people can find you and the agency?
Yeah, easy to find me or the agency. So our agency is Vital Design, vitaldesign.com. You look for Vital Design on Google, you find all of our social profiles. You can find me on every social channel as well at Max DesMarais. You can find me on LinkedIn, all the social channels. You find My Outdoor Base Camp on all those as well, pretty easily through a simple Google search.
Great. And we will share those links in the show notes. Oh, Max, it was really, really interesting and a pleasure to host you here. Anything else you want to add? The final word?
Oh, I don't think so. This is super fun. I love talking digital marketing and nerding out about it. I appreciate you having me on.
Great. It was great to see you just smiling throughout the interview and the episode. So I think you're enjoying what you do, right?
I do.
It's very, very important. Great. So we've been recording this in the beginning of 2025. It's early February, so I wish you all the best and wish you a great year.
Thank you. I wish you the best as well.
Thank you for listening to the end of this episode. If you found this episode valuable, please subscribe so you won't miss any of our future content. And if you could share this with just one person, it would make all the difference. Are you looking to accelerate your sales with the power of shoppable video? Explore Vimy, the video commerce platform that includes live shopping, shoppable video, and social commerce capabilities. Visit Vimy at www.vimy.net, that's VIMMI.net, where you can start with a free for life package. We appreciate your support and look forward for bringing you more valuable insights in our next episode.